they're off for the Fillies and Mares. Now look and see what Ryan Moore is doing on Seventh Heaven. He's cut right across behind the whole field, now on the left of your picture from stall 13. So he's had to take a bit of early medicine, as is often said, this type of tactics in the early stages, trying to drive up the inner now on the favourite. And meanwhile, stable companion Pretty Perfect leads the way to Journey in second. They're clustered together on the near side. Zukova in red and yellow. Architecture is close with Promising Run, maybe just had to be eased off a little there. California on the outside. Architecture involved in scrimmaging, and the favourite Seventh Heaven got a bit of a knock as well. It's a bit rough out there. Speedy Boarding is caught out wide. Bocca Bacciata is over racing out on the wide outside. The Jockey looking in at Even Song's rider, and then Maleficent Queen, Queen's Trust towards the back, and Batil. Meanwhile, Pretty Perfect out of trouble and 3 lengths clear of Journey on the front end as they round the bend at Swinley Bottom. Followed by California, third in the green yellow cap on the outside of the blue jacket. Promising Run, Pretty Perfect getting loose on the lead here. Zukova, Speedy Boarding, Architecture, Even Song, then Bocca Bacciata, Seventh Heaven, only with about 3 or 4 behind her. They include Queen's Trust, with also Batil and Maleficent Queen, making their way now towards the 5 furlong marker in the Fillies and Mares. And Pretty Perfect has a 6 lengths lead, and she can take some pegging back, as she showed at Doncaster last time, when only just nailed by Simple Verse. Pretty Perfect from in second, Journey, then California. Zukova in the noseband on the inside of Promising Run, then Speedy Boarding, Architecture. Seventh Heaven is not particularly well placed there on the inside. Ryan Moore will need to get a gap, and will need the filly to go through the gaps as well. Has he got either as they run inside the 3? It's Pretty Perfect by 5 lengths to Journey. Promising Run, Zukova pulled off the outside now of Journey, then Architecture running on. Seventh Heaven now begins to pick up. Purple jacket, white striped sleeves, she's beginning to cut through the field. Out wide, Speedy Boarding though closes the door on her, then Queen's Trust and Even Song. Pretty Perfect coming back to Journey. Speedy Boarding now taking third place from Architecture. Journey heads on, runner up last year. Journey kicked in the belly by Frankie Dettori, and she's away, and Journey stretching right away. The others can't get there, and Journey wins the Fillies and Mares. Speedy Boarding second, Queen's Trust third. Nothing went right for Seventh Heaven, followed home by Pretty Perfect, who folded.
Well, Ryan's filly is a middle distance stayer, and I suppose he was concerned about being out wide and whether, you know, if you trap wide the whole way, whether she'd pick up. As it was, he chose to go up the inner. He saw plenty of trouble, but the winner was very impressive. She'd have to have been in York form to have beaten her.
Just one point on conditions again. 2:28.41 is a fairway off the track record novelist, but that is otherworldly. That is a fast time. These are not autumn conditions, and track position, early pace are going to be very important on the round course today.
Gentleman in the trilby there is the owner, George Strawbridge, renowned owner breeder based in the United States, but a huge Anglophile and for long a massive fan of European racing. And this will give him great, great pleasure. And not his first winner on Champions Day. Well, at least one short price favourite's got in today. Frankie Dettori finding this mount.
He said you need 6 pairs of eyes when you're riding the round course here. It's a very good summary of the tactics and the turmoil that can happen around here, Jim.
But you talked about travelling. He also said about this filly, she went round there like she was on roller skates. She did slipstream beautifully, didn't she? And quickened up really well when the time came.
George Strawbridge has owned many great horses down the years, the likes of Selkirk and Tickenham, and you can add Journey to the list of top-level winners. The trainer John Gosden and Frankie Dettori is like a jack-in-the-box.
Slide forward to the Champion Stakes. Al Manzour, raging hot favourite, is drawn 1 on the inside, a hold-up horse, and Found the Arc Heroine is drawn 11 on the wide outside. Potential headaches for Sumion and Ryan Moore later on.
No such headaches for Frankie Dettori here. As Emma said, perfect confidence booster, as if he needs one, ahead of Galileo Gold in the Queen Elizabeth II. Galileo Gold, the 2,000 guineas winner, will have to run better than he has ever run in his life before to win today. But it is Journey that has taken the Kipco British Champions Fillies and Mares Stakes, and she, even though she is a 4-year-old, is still improving by the looks of it. That will delight her owner breeder, I'm sure.
She's not very big, but she is so bold and brave and persistent. And John Gosden alongside me, you've been very patient with her. I haven't over-raced her this year.
No, she's got a mind of her own and she's very willful. extremely talented. Her mother used to run, looked like she had a Christmas tree on her head, lots of wool and Jonathan Pease trained her in Monja mare. And she's a wild little creature. And I just tell Frankie, try and settle where you can, but she'll tell you what she wants to do. You just listen to her. He rode her beautifully. Great acceleration. She was just caught last year. The ground was too soft for her. But it was a marvellous win with a St Leger winner winning, Secret Gesture. So it's lovely to come back this year and win it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll catch George in a moment and her owner breeder, but I just want to quickly ask you about Shallow in the last and indeed Jack Hobbs coming up.
Shallow in the last was quite simply, he got injured in the spring. We've come back through the year. He won here. But it's 2 weeks ago. It was the only race to run him. It's the bounce factor. He needed to have a race. He was 80% fit. And then suddenly you come back a little quick. He over-raced early if you watched it. And if you look at the jockey's feet, Frankie's feet were like that in the dashboard. His heels were down. He was just saying, hey, come here, boy. This is not a 4 or 5 furlong race. Tons of speed, gorgeous horse, but just a bounce factor. Jack again coming back from an injury, and he's in great form, and I think he'll run a lovely race, but it's fabulous to see the best 3-year-old in Europe here. Won the Irish champion. I just think if we can box in Soumillon, we'll be all right. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
Yeah, he might get quite angry with that, mind you. Thank you, and well done to John Gosden. I'll just dive over here and find George Strawbridge, who not only owns this filly, but bred her as well. And George, I just want to be able to say congratulations to you. A winner here on Champions Day, and with such a game mare.
My goodness. You do realise when she started off, she bucked William Buick off before the starting gate. That was her first race, unloading the jockey before the start. So I'd say she's come a long way, Claire.
Yeah, everybody seems to have handled her well, and she, when she puts her best foot forward, my word, she's talented.
Oh my goodness, she is. She shows such acceleration today. It's wonderful acceleration.
And you pick and choose your moments to come over here to watch your horses in Britain. This is a day that you must have had marked in your diary since, well, way back.
You're quite right. It was marked because she ran so well last year, and I wasn't exactly expecting a victory because it was very tough. But, just in case it was, I had to be here.
Exactly. Well, very glad that you are, and congratulations.
Thank you, Claire. Nice to see you.
And you.
I wonder if the Breeders' Cup filly and mare turf might be on the agenda for Journey. She's not had a long season, but she's clearly not entirely straightforward. Standing stock still, though, in fairness to her, as Frankie Dettori launched himself in quite spectacular fashion, even by his own high standards. Kiss for the camera? Well, he kisses everything else, so I guess we'll get one as well. Our journey continues on Kipco British Champions Day, here on Channel 4 right after this.